2K Sports and the PGA Tour are thrilled to bring you the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Round 2 of the Ace Championship is about to begin. Andrew Catalan here, pleased to have you back with us. As we begin today's broadcast, our featured player is at 8 under par. Let's get down to the first hole. Wow, what a swing right there. Second shot here on the first. And the mindset now is to get up and down from here. This putt is from 16 feet away.
A clutch par putt.
Henny, how tough will this putt be?
I've had to read this a couple times because there's a subtle last-minute break at the end. It's going to go left.
And just a short one left for bogey. No change atop the leaderboard. Our featured player still out in front. Let's take a look at the par 5 second.
Yeah, you miss those bunkers on the right-hand side and put yourself in good position down the fairway. Now you got a decision to make. Do I go for it or do I bail out to the left-hand side and give myself a really good opportunity to get it up and down? This green can be really difficult to find. It's got a lot of undulation to it and a lot of water. However, you get the second shot right, and all of a sudden that third shot becomes a lot easier, and birdies are easy to come by.
This shot from about 190 yards. These are the putts you remember at the end of a round. A chance for an eagle. Henny is right there.
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup.
Come on. This putt from 3 feet away. He makes that one for birdie, and that's just what the doctor ordered after a bogey on the previous hole.
That sets a positive tone for the player, doesn't it?
Stepping on to the par 3 third.
It doesn't have a lot of length to it, but it's also a green that's not super deep. You do have the bunker in the front, but anytime you miss it long and or left, you got a really difficult pitch shot as that green tilts from back to front. But still, it's a pretty straightforward par 3. Not too much danger to it.
On the green, but some work to do. Henny, how tricky is this one?
A tricky little slider here, downhill, moving to the left. He's done a nice job there.
Here's one to walk away with a par. That one drops. Our featured player likes the way the leaderboard is shaking out, currently in first place. And now teeing off on a par 4.
Almost every player in the field will be going for this green. Where do you hit it? Front right part of the green is the perfect target. Missing it to the left in the bunker or long and right. That is not good.
What an aggressive play, and it pays off on the green on a par 4.
Oh, how about that shot? taking out the big stick and going ahead and knocking her on. Love it.
That starts off on a good line.
Oh, what a big shot there. An eagle.
That is definitely a confidence builder.
Our featured player still sits atop the leaderboard.
Well, there's some real momentum with this player coming off an eagle at the last.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
That's nicely done. Second shot here on the 5th. Going with the pitching wedge here. Not a bad play, that one. Trying to get to 11 under with this putt. "16 feet to the hole." Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
You can be positive with this because it's up the hill and moving left to right.
That's disappointing. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
This is for damage limitation.
Now at -9 for the tournament. The 6th is a par 4.
Yeah, bunkers on the right-hand side come into play with a 3-wood, water on the left with the driver. Second shot to a green that sits below you just a little bit, and that front left pin, ooh, that is a good one.
Oh, that was pure. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 150 yards.
He's found the surface. Good chance here. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. That's very impressive.
Trying to make a statement early and often.
And now he'll move to 10 under for the tournament.
Teeing off here on the 7th.
This is a big hitter's delight right here. They can take those bunkers down the left out of play, and they can carry these fairway bunkers easily. And from here, it actually chases forward from the fairway downhill a little bit to a long, narrow green. Again, for the big hitters, this is easily reachable. For the shorter hitters, you got to have a plan.
Not shy about that shot on the par 5 and 2.
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Okay, Henny, what can you tell us about this putt?
This one's 13 feet from the cup.
The putt goes in and the lead continues to grow. And after that hole, still in front on the leaderboard. Over to number 8, it's a par 3.
For a long par 3, you've got to figure out how to hit something high and soft to hold this green. For whatever reason, this green decides to repel golf balls instead of accept them in. I think it's made out of Gore-Tex because there is nothing soft about this green. This is one of the most difficult ones on the golf course.
That's another green in regulation.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
Love to see that birdie on the scorecard. After that hole, he still has the top spot on the leaderboard. Over to hole number 9. It's a par 4.
This is a really good driving hole. Only the longest in the game are going to carry the bunkers down the left-hand side. Hit it out to the right-hand side. You leave yourself a little bit longer second shot than maybe you'd like, but this is a very inviting green. This is a really good birdie opportunity to finish off the front 9.
Let's see what the featured player can do from about 160 out.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for when you're trying to hit the green. Just get it on, pin high, and now try to make a putt.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
Taking a look at the leaderboard, he's got the lead. We start the back 9 here at the 10th hole.
Driver not really necessary on this shortish par 4. Just a 3-wood for position. Second shot goes to a green that runs diagonal of the players. There is a couple of really good and tough pin placements that are back left.
Oh, I can hear the golf claps around the course. This putt from 5 feet away. That nearly went in for birdie. A par putt and moving on to the next. And after that hole, our featured player still atop the leaderboard.
Ooh, I always love these holes. Here we have a par 3.
Par 3 measures 231 yards from the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. Birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Trying to get to 15 under now with this opportunity. And he's down there. You got a read?
This one is breaking left to right.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Good putt, that. And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard. Always the toughest hole in the game. A long par 4.
Par 4, 510 yards. It is a brute. Those bunkers down the right-hand side are a natural attraction for wayward golf balls. Second shot is down the slope. A big, deep, gaping bunker on the right-hand side will also find its fair share of golf balls. All in all, just a tough hole, to say the least.
Oh, what a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich. That was special.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
5 feet coming up to the cup. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. Currently 15 under par for the event. Welcome to the par 4 13th hole.
Tee shot is uphill to a blind landing area. Green is surrounded by some deep bunkers. However, you miss all those, you find the surface in 2, and you're going to have a pretty decent look at a birdie 3.
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. He's setting up for his second shot. That's a pretty handy shot. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. We've arrived at the par 4 14th hole.
Nothing out there except for fairway, fairway, and more fairway. Tee it high, let it fly, because this hole is long. Second shot will play about a half a club downhill to a green that chases away from you ever so slightly. Be wary of that right hand pin position. That can be mean.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up here from about 180 yards.
Yeah, nicely played. Trying to get to 17 under the card with this putt.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
He's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
He's currently sitting in first place.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
It's got some bunkering down the left-hand side that you got to avoid. Be mindful of that. So driver may not be the play off the tee. You find the fairway. You got just a short iron second shot to a green that's pretty receptive. You should be thinking birdie from the middle of the fairway.
That's the type of swing you want to take with you every time out. Buckle up. Take a look at this one. Wow, you gotta love that shot here at 15, and a birdie chance is on the way.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
No change atop the leaderboard after that hole. We're on the tee at 16.
You got water everywhere down the left-hand side, so your eyes are immediately drawn to it. You've got to divert them out to the right-hand side, but don't get clumsy, don't get lackadaisical, and don't miss the screen too far out to the right, because you're going to have a wicked hard chip. Needs a little members bounce to the right.
That's a great position to be in after that approach.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
He makes the putt and extends his lead. Our featured player still sits atop the leaderboard. The 17th hole is a par 4.
Just take your tee shot, and if you want to, lay it up down the right-hand side. It's a pretty simple second shot. Big hitters might think about trying to take on the dogleg. No need, though. This green sits down below the second shot, down below the fairway, right in the middle of it. Right in the middle of it, they buried a snowman, the base of a snowman, a big lump right in the middle of it. It's a fantastic feature.
Here's the second on 17. Target practice with these approach shots, just like that. An opportunity to make birdie. The putt goes in, and that cushion is getting wider. Things are still looking good for our featured player in first place on the leaderboard. The 18th hole is a par 5.
Oh, this is a great par 5. You got a little speed slot down the left-hand side, carry those bunkers, and all of a sudden that golf ball is going to go chasing down the fairway. From there, though, you got to be mindful. You got a massive ravine fronting this green. And this green, you do have room to miss it on the left-hand side, but it's not a very easy up and down. A great finishing hole that you can make 3 on easily, 6s as well.
This is a 200-yard shot. "16 feet to the cup." That looked good for a while. And just a tap in left for birdie. And tap this one in to finish out the round and call it a day.